Well, I'm in a wonderful greenhouse with Jan McNeilan for our gardening tips for this month of March. And really, there's a lot that we can start thinking about doing.
Right, and then there's some things to not do
not
yet
do
because
too,
it's too
true.
early.
Like, I see you have a beautiful hibiscus, which of course you've had in your house.
Right, and it's still in the house. We brought it out to the greenhouse just for the purpose of the show today. But a lot of folks, they see a sunny day in the spring and they think, oh, I can put all my houseplants out. They'll be okay. It's not going to get that cold. Well, it was 33 when I got up this morning, so that's not houseplant weather.
No.
So I would say to look at your house plants, check them for insects. This one actually this morning I realized has had a few aphids on it. So check your house plants, keep them inside right now, and then wait till the weather, that the nights aren't really any colder than about 45 before you put anything out.
That's true. You've got to remember that most of the houseplants are truly tropicals, where it seldom drops below 65 at night. So
exactly.
40 might be pretty chilly for them.
I think I could put them in a protected greenhouse, but otherwise I'm going to leave these back inside. But this is that great big hibiscus that we pruned last fall.
And it's doing great.
And
now, this is lovely.
Yeah, isn't this nice? I just want to say, if you got pots that look like this, which many of us do if you didn't do all the cleanup in the last fall, just take out everything that's dead, cut some stuff off if it's a perennial that you think is going to come back. I've got a pruner right here. Cut it back and see if it'll come back for you. If it doesn't, then take it out. And then here's a heuchera that should be okay, and you could just remove it from this pot and repot it somewhere else, and then get rid of this soil and start over with a new basket, clean it up, and start over for next year.
Yeah, and you can certainly compost that old soil.
Absolutely. Put it in an area that's slumping or that you need to bring up with soil, and then take a look at this. This soil thermometer here is like 30, 34.
Yeah.
So you're not going to want to plant tomatoes yet.
No, you're certainly not. But I see another plant that is coming up in a container.
Yeah, I was excited about this. I planted a lot of hollyhocks last year, which I haven't done, and it's a childhood thing from Minnesota for me. But I was really excited that they came up. Of course, the slugs were just as excited as I was, so I'm going to need to put some slug bait on these. But I'll clean these out, and they look like they wintered over. Even with the cold weather that we had in the teens, they did fine in pots, and so they're okay.
And sometimes they get a bad rap because they do get some rust and slug damage. But if you love them, like I do, they remind me of my grandma.
Well,
so
yeah, me too. Yeah, and mine didn't get too bad.
Yeah.
I really was surprised that I didn't have the rust. And then we're getting ready. We don't heat this greenhouse. We have bottom heat, and we're getting ready to do some seeding. And I've got some seeding mix here. And then we'll be doing some seeding of not as many vegetables as I planted last year, but just to get a sort of a sense of what we're going to do. I've kind of got a plan. Luckily, I made a lot of notes last year. I know what I'm not going to plant again, and I know what I want to do some more of.
And quickly, Jan, what about, I know that a lot of gardeners put leaves on their beds last fall to protect plants. Is now the time to start taking them off, or would you leave them on a bit longer?
Either way, you could wait till it gets a little bit warmer and pull them, but right now I've been pulling them away from my bulbs and letting daffodils and other things come up through them, and then pulling them away. But you could, you're going to get some more sunny days, you could do some pulling off, and then compost those leaves.
Certainly do that. Well, there's the tips for March. If you have more questions, go to gardentime.tv. Thank you, Jan. It's always a pleasure being here.
Take care. See you next month.
You will.